Do you hear this sound? It is the sound of our time, a time when minarets rose high and homes were adorned with the finest Quranic prints and recitations returned. It may seem that goodness has prevailed and that closeness to the Quran has become easier than ever before, but the question that shakes our core is, where is the Quran's impact on hearts and behavior? The Prophet, peace be upon him, who was given concise speech and saw his nation's future with divine light, left us a warning that shatters fragile convictions and reveals a troubling vision when he said, "People from my nation will come who drink the Quran as they drink milk." A brief hadith in words but profound in meaning, shaking hearts before ears. This description isn't praise for abundant recitation but reveals the tragedy of superficial consumption. Just as milk passes cold and smooth down the throat without chewing or effort, the Quran passes over their tongues as mere sound vibrations that neither engage the mind, move the heart, nor change life's course. One reads it as completing a task, not as receiving a message from the Lord of the worlds. Imam Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali, may Allah have mercy on him, said, "Their drinking of the Qur'an means they read it without reflection, understanding or action, so it passes over their tongues as drink passes through the throat without reaching their hearts." The Prophet warned us against this frightening separation between sound and meaning, between letter and spirit. In authentic hadith he said, they read the Qur'an but it doesn't pass their throats. They carry the greatest words on their lips, but it never reaches where faith and transformation happen. Unfortunately, modern behavioral psychology clearly explains this gap between text and reality. Mindless repetition strips sacred text of its power and impact, turning it into a familiar stimulus rather than a transformative force, reducing profound values to mere routine. Quick reading aimed at just finishing recitations gives the mind a false sense of achievement, making readers believe they've grown spiritually while actually remaining stagnant. This is exactly what Al-Hasan al-Basri meant when he said, "The Quran was revealed to be acted upon, but people took its recitation as the action." The problem isn't with the text, but with the locks we've placed on our hearts, confirming the verse, "Do they not ponder the Quran, or are there locks upon their hearts?" Allah has clearly stated the true purpose of revealing this magnificent book. A blessed book we have revealed to you, that they may reflect upon its verses. Blessings, remembrance, and guidance all hang by the thread of contemplation. Looking at how the predecessors dealt with the Quran, one might stand at a single verse all night, contemplating it and weeping from the depth of its meaning. They never rushed through it like poetry. Ibn Masud said, "Don't recite the Quran hastily like poetry, nor scatter it carelessly. Pause at its wonders and let it move your hearts." The Quran is either evidence for or against you. It intercedes on Judgment Day for those who live by it and stands as a plaintiff against those who neglected it or recited without action. As the Prophet said, the Quran is evidence either for you or against you. The question we must ask ourselves now, where do you stand? Are you among those who rush through the Quran coldly, or those who receive it with an attentive heart, allowing it to penetrate your depths, soften your hardness, correct your path, and transform everything in you that opposes your Lord's command? Don't be like those who see miracles but don't understand, who touch light but remain blind. Make your meeting with the Quran today a fresh one, a meeting with remembrance, with new insight, with transformation. Read just one verse and pause there. Ask yourself, what does it command me? What does it forbid me? How can I apply it today in my dealings and character? Only then will the Quran move beyond your throat to dwell in your heart, transforming from mere recited words into a light by which you guide others.